Hello, and welcome to this video about the 5th floor of the Abomination Vaults. This is the first floor of the AP's second book, Hand of the Devil, and boy howdy am I excited to get into this. In this video, we will cover a general overview of the floor, its key encounters, side quests, and more. As other videos in this series, this one is also filled to the brim with spoilers. If you're a player in an Abomination Vaults game, or plan to be one soon, close your eyes, turn around, and wander off into the wilderness of the World Wide Web. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before we cover the floor itself, I would like to remind you that there are a few key plot lines in this book of the adventure path. As mentioned in the very first video of this series, Kamar Rajani plays an important role at 2 points in this book, and Doriana, the daughter of Mayor Osef Menemes, will go through a terrifying ordeal caused by a denizen of Leng. I would suggest reading up on those plots, or rewatching the first video for a summary of these events. There's a link to the exact timestamp in the description below. Once the PCs have gathered the various relics of the Rose Guard and broken the barrier on the 4th floor, they can continue their adventure. Belcora planned to attack Absalom with a large army, and the soldiers in her war host had to be trained and tested. The 5th floor was dedicated to that purpose, and to demonstrate the might of her troops to potential allies and sponsors. When Belcora died at the hands of the Rose Guard, and her followers fell into disarray, this floor was quickly abandoned. Now, ghosts, a few remaining creatures, and remnants of the flesh-warping experiments from the 6th floor reside here. Oh, and one mummy locked in his office, but we will get to him. Ceilings on this floor are usually 15 feet tall, and many areas lack any form of lighting. Claw marks cover many walls and doors, and adventurers will find destroyed furniture and piles of unidentified bones. Walking down the stairs from the 4th floor, the PCs are welcomed by 2 grothlets and a gibbering mouther in room 1. These will certainly not be the last flesh warps the players encounter on this or the coming floors. Keep in mind that the grothlets are immune to the gibbering mouther's, well, gibbering, but the gibbering mouther is not immune to the grothlet's piteous moans. In room 2, the Velstrek Crotonus awaits. Bound by Belcora's magic, Crotonus could not leave and was forced to coexist with mindless creatures and the strange experiments of the Sugathi. She has gone feral and will pounce at every chance to inflict pain and violence. If Crotonus sees the PCs wielding Falgrist's Ghost Touch whip, she will back down and cease her attacks. She will, however, not become any more likely to actually talk with the PCs. Should the adventurers fight this Velstrek, she will use the rusty chains dangling throughout the western side of the room. PCs might also trigger the rusty grade pit trap, which could have some of them take a nasty tumble in the middle of the fight. Room 12 was used by Belcora as a sentencing chamber. Trapdoors could be opened to have unfortunate souls fall into the water below. Now, these pits are no longer covered by trapdoors. Anyone falling into those ends up 1 floor below, in a pool of water with 2 hydras. 2 Giptas bounders were stored here by Jafaki, who could find no use for these strange creatures. When the PCs fight them, the Giptas bounders will try to shove them into the pits. Any PC falling and failing to grab an edge will land in room 4 of the 6th floor, where 2 hydras reside. If the adventurers are not careful, a fight with the Giptas bounders can quickly escalate into a very dangerous situation. Room 20 is a set of secret hallways which Belcora and the administrator Chefkim used to spy on the warriors that they brought up here. They even installed a deadly scythe blade trap, which Belcora or Chefkim activated whenever they left. The trap still remains, and cut-off limbs from Sugathi and other creatures are scattered throughout these halls. Once the trap is activated, the blades will randomly move around the hallways. The PCs can use a seek action to see if a blade is where they are, so they can reposition before it strikes. With a total of 6 blades that each can attack, this trap can be absolutely deadly, and the adventurers have to either dismantle it quickly or flee before they lose a limb. Room 26 offers a view into the arena below. Part of this vista is the site of a slumbering, massive Shanrigal behemoth. The PCs have nothing to fear for now. Unless they cause a ruckus, the creature will remain asleep and unaware of them. Let this titan made of flesh and wicked science be a problem for another day. Room 9 was once a gorgeous viewing room. Belcora invited guests here to watch her minions fight in the arena while enjoying some good food and drinks. In the chaos following her death, 2 of her guests killed each other in blind panic here. Their ghosts still fling both accusations and actual objects at each other. These poltergeists believe they have no way out and can't leave. If the adventurers can tell them or even show them a way out, they will stop their violence, leave the room, and finally find rest. In room 16, the PCs might find the heavily barricaded door that leads to room 17, the room where the former administrator of this floor, Shefkim, resides. After Belcora's defeat, Shefkim was locked into this chamber. Due to the wards against interdimensional travel he had placed on this room, he could not flee. Instead of despairing, Shefkim completed a ritual to mummify himself and has spent hundreds of years in this room working on his escape. With the PCs having opened the door, he has a new chance to finally leave the vaults. If the PCs do not fight the mummy, they might learn more about this floor from him. Shefkim also knows Jafaki, the leader of the Sugathi on the 6th floor. He suspects that it was them who locked him in, and he has nothing but contempt for the Flesh Warper. If the PCs allow Shefkim to leave, he spends a few days putting his notes together before leaving. If the PCs return in this time with proof of Jafaki's death, the mummy will reward them with a full map of the 5th floor and the magic passphrase that disables the trap in room 20. Last but not least, the portal on this floor is in room 18. The Grand Concourse of room 10 is an impressive hallway that leads from the northern stairs all the way to the arena in the south. Frescoes and balconies adorn it, and those who walk it, even in this dusty state, cannot shake a sense of grandeur. A pair of basilisks have nested here, and any warriors the Sugathi have sent up to kill them have either been defeated or petrified by the creatures. The adventurers can restore 2 of these. One is a Mulventalk that will fight to the death. The other is an Urdefon that soon after being restored succumbs to his wounds. Before he does, he calls out, "War Chieftain Kerfel, Belcora has need of the eye." This refers to Kerfel, who leads the Urdefon all the way down on the 9th floor of the vaults. This floor foreshadows the presence of the Sugathi flesh warpers. The Grothlets, Shanrigal, and other creatures are all discarded creations, and there are signs of the Sugathi having attempted to further claim this floor. Shefkim will directly mention Jafaki, and the adventurers might learn more about him. Consider this an opportunity to provide your players with some vital information, such as the fact that Sugathi are generally immune to mental effects, and that Jafaki was hired by Belcora herself to create terrifying monstrosities. That's it for this floor. Are you excited about running this part of the vaults, or do you have any questions? Sound off in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like it and subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, stay safe, take care, and bye-bye.